Oh, Nivy, I just can't quit you. Burgeonites, MTG Burgeoning is back, and we got Nivy again, Niv-Mizzet Reborn. But this is not a deck tech. This is not a play test. This is going to be a little bit of an experiment. And this is going off of the last video that we had, which you can click on a link below, right around over here somewhere. And what we did in the last Niv-Mizzet video is we had some play testing. We cast him 3 times in 3 different play testings. And in each instance, he drew 5, 5, and 6 cards. So what I want to do with this video is I want to simulate as much as possible what numerous Niv-Mizzet ETB triggers would have as a result of entering the battlefield, and the cards that we would draw span across the entire deck. So what we're going to do, we're going to shuffle this up just to keep everything as straight edge as possible. We're going to take 7 cards off the top of our library to signify our opening hand. Then we're going to take 5 cards off the top of our library to signify the first 5 turns of the game for a total of 12 cards. That will leave 87 cards left in the deck. And then what we're going to do with those 87 cards is we're going to put 8 10-card piles, and we're going to reveal them, and we're going to see how many of those cards we would have drawn if there were 8 consecutive Niv-Mizzet triggered abilities of him coming into play. This is more for percentages and likelihood, but I'm interested to see, particularly after that play testing video. Okay, so let's do it. Niv, you're just going to chill up here in the corner. And we got our deck. All right, so here we go. Let's see how this is going to work. Let's slide you over here a little bit. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, opening hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First 5 turns of the game. So there's our opening hand, way up there, not to be looked at. And there's the first 5 turns of the game. So then that gives us a stack of cards where we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's pile 1. There's 2. There's 3. 8, 9, 10. There's pile 4. 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 piles, 2 to go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bam. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. All right, so there's our hand, or there's the remaining of our library, which we'll just stick over here in the cards that don't really matter for this little experiment. All right, so here's 8 piles of 10 right from the deck. And we're just going to reveal these cards and see what we would have drawn if at any time this was a Niv-Mizzet ETB. Okay, so pile 1. Here we go. Let's see what it would have been. Zigana, Una, Terminate, Land. Whoops, that goes with the Rakdos. Is it? Land, Simic, and Orzhov. 5 different guilds, a couple of duplicates, but we would have drawn 5 cards. 5 cards we would have drawn from that pile. All right, 5 cards from pile 1. Let's test out pile 2. Here we go. Ready? Rakdos, land. Gruul, land. Selesnya, Boros, Simic, land. There we go. We would have drawn 5 from pile 2. All right, here we go. Pile 3. Orzhov, Boros, Azorius, Selesnya, land, double up on the Orzhov, double up on the Boros, double up on the Selesnya, Golgari, and a land. There we go. 5 cards again. All right, pile 4. Can we keep up the trend? There we go. 3 straight times. 3 straight times we're going to draw 5 cards. Selesnya. Oh, get over out of there, that's better. Land. Land. Double up on Selesnya. Land. Dimir. Land. Simic. Land. Land. So that one's only going to net us 3 cards. We were definitely land flooded on that trigger. All right, here we go. Pile 5. Land. Boros. Land. Another land. Oh, another land. Oh, another one. Dimir. Selesnya. Simic. And another land. That one's only going to draw us 4. All right, here we go. Pile 6. Getting a bit of a glare. That's better. All right, pile 6. Is it? Double up on is it? Is it? But a land. Rakdos. Gruul. Golgari. Azorius. Land. Dimir. And Selesnya. So boy, oh boy, that's going to draw us 1, 2, 3. That's going to draw 7 cards. Doubled up on is it? And then you got Rakdos, Gruul, Golgari, Azorius, Dimir, and then Selesnya. That one drew us 7 cards. All right, pile the 7th. One more pile after this. Okay, here we go. What are we going to draw here? A land. Simic. Golgari. Land. Land. Double up on the Simic. Land. Dimir. Boros. And Rakdos. So look at that. We got a Rakdos, a Boros, a Dimir, a Golgari, and 1 Simic. This pile is going to draw us 5 cards. Last pile. Pile number 8. Here we go. Last pile, folks. Land. Let's do this. Put the land here. Dimir. Land. Golgari, Boros, Azorius, land, Gruul, and doubled up on Azorius. So we definitely would cast out the Shield of Righteousness, and that drew us 5 cards. All right, so we did this 8 times, and of the 8 times, 5 out of the 8 times we drew 5 cards. Once we drew 7, and then twice we drew less than 5 at 3 and 4. So, I mean, if we're looking at number-wise, if we took the average, the average is almost 5. With the 7 and 3, that's going to be 10. We're looking at an average of nearly 5 cards per ETB trigger. That's fascinating to me. I'm telling you. 1 of every color for a creature entering the battlefield as a 6/6 flyer that you cast as your commander, and you're drawing on average 5 cards in this deck. That is fascinating to me. We got to do this again. All right, and we're back after a nice healthy chunk of shoveling off camera. Of course, we're going to put Niv right up there. Be a nice little crown on top of Gideon's head. There we go. Okay. All right, we're going to do a little bit more here, just to make sure we are authentically and genuinely and sincerely rolling with a legit deck. What the? I say that and then a card appears upside down in the shuffling process. All right, so we're going to do the exact same thing we did last time. We're going to take the first 7 cards off of our library to act as our opening hand. Then we're going to take the top 5 cards after that to simulate the first 5 turns of the game, saying that we would be able to cast Niv after that. And then we're going to take 8 piles of 10 cards straight off the top of our library, and we're going to see exactly what we would have drawn had we done that enter the battlefield trigger any of those 8 times. So far, the average is almost 5. Okay, there it is. And a cut. Top 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top 5 turns of the game. There's 7. Opening hand. There are the first 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Need to refuel here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's the rest of our library. Sticking it over there with the cards that don't at this point matter. We have our 8 piles. Okay, can we continue with an average of nearly 5 cards drawn per Niv trigger? We're going to do it. It's going to happen. All right, here we go, folks. 8 piles of 10. Here's the first one. Let's do it more suspenseful. Land. Orzhov. Land. Land. Uh-oh, land. Oof, land. Oh, what the land? Oh, really? Demir. Yeesh. That one would not have been fruitful. 7 lands going to the bottom of our graveyard, to the bottom of our library here. Oof. Boy, we took that one on the chin. That's going to bring the average down. All right, pile 2. At least we got a chunk of land out of the way, hopefully. Orzhov, Azorius, land, land, land. What the heck, land? Oh, really? Land, Simic, is it? And doubled up on Simic. So that one's only going to draw us 4 cards. Okay, pile 3 of this Niv-Mizzet experiment. And I'll tell you, the first 2 piles are not sending a great deal of confidence in me. I mean, although we did get rid of a total of 13 lands, or not 13 lands, We did cycle through a bunch of lands, 7 in the first one, 5 in the second pile for 12. That's almost a third of the lands already. And assuming that 12 cards over there and what's left over in the library, hopefully better times are here to come. All right, here we go. Pile 3. Pile 3. And Rakdos. Boros. Orzhov. Golgari. Oh boy, this one's going to make up for it, it seems. Azorius. Wait, did I mess it up again? Rakdos, Boros, Orzhov, Golgari, Azorius, Selesnya, Simic. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it? What the heck? Come on, Eric. Come on, get in the game. Is it land? Is it? And back to Rakdos. So we doubled up on 2 guilds, but we're still drawing 7 cards. All right, and those 7 cards are going to pretty much negate the 3-card hand we drew in pile 1, and our average is still just under 5. So let's see if we can increase that with pile 4 here. That was a nice one. 7 cards off of that. Can you imagine that if you cast Niv at that point in the game with no cards in your hand? Full hand of cards. Wow. Azorius, land. Selesnya, land. Golgari. Azorius, doubled up on a guild. Boros. Gruul. Dimir. Doubled up on Boros. 2 lands, doubled up on a guild twice, but we're still drawing 1, 2, 3. We're drawing 6 cards. So the 6 and the 4, we brought our average up to 5. Okay, so we're 4 piles in. We're halfway done with this second experiment of Niv-Mizzet Madness. And we're still at an average of 5. Poor on the first 2, stronger on the second 3. What are the last 4 going to do? Or stronger on the second 2. Let me say that again. Poor on the first 2, stronger on the second 2. 4 left. 4 piles left. Don't worry, the words are going to come together. I mean, there's only a finite number of word combinations. It's only a matter of time until I stumble on a couple of cogent ones. All right. Rakdos. Land. Gruul. Orzhov. Doubled up on Gruul. Selesnya. Land. Dimir. Land. And land. Here, we're drawing 5. 4 lands, and we doubled up on the Gruul Guild, but we stayed on our average. We're drawing 5 more cards. All right, here we go. 3 piles to go. Are we going to keep this trend up? So far, it's looking pretty good. It's looking good, folks. Pile number 6. Starting with Golgari. Land. Land. Is it Simic? Land, land, Selesnya, Azorius, and land. 5 lands, 1 card from each of 5 different guilds. Guess what, folks? We're drawing another 5 cards. All right, with 2 piles to go, 20 cards in total, we are trying to keep our average at 5. We've hit 5 on each of our last 2 stacks. Let's do it again. Land. Land. Uh-oh. Land. Oh, 4 lands in a row. Boros. Oh, doubled up on Boros. And a Boros land. Is it? Oof. Land and Golgari. Ooh, that one hurt. 6 lands and a double up on a guild. Oh, drawing only 3 cards. That one's not going to feel good. All right, so this is it. Our last pile of our last experiment with Niv-Mizzet up there. For this experiment, we're really hoping for 7. For the entire video, we're really hoping for 8. Because if we can draw 8 cards in this last stack, then we can say unequivocally, without any degree of error, that you can draw 5 cards each time you cast, on average, each time you cast Niv-Mizzet in this deck with the kind of balance that we have with the guilds. All right, here we go. Come on, last stack. Bam! Orzhov. Next card. Oh, doubled up on Orzhov. That's not going to feel good. Land. Gruul. Golgari. Oh, doubled up on Gruul. Land. Boros. Azorius. All right, this is it. Last card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Rakdos. So that does give us a draw of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are drawing 6 cards, doubled up on two guilds, and drew 2 lands. So that gives us a 6-card draw. So in conclusion, just like the first experiment of this ETB trigger of Niv-Mizzet up there, we are drawing, on average, nearly 5 cards per ETB. And let's take into account that we didn't use any fetches to thin out. We didn't draw any additional cards. This was just a straight dissection of the top 80 cards of the deck after the first 7 are drawn and the first 5 are drawn for the first 5 turns of the game. The point I want to make here is we take Niv-Mizzet Reborn, and we could change his text on the bottom to read, when Niv-Mizzet Reborn enters the battlefield, draw 5 cards. For a commander that's coming out of the command zone for 1 of every color with a 6/6 flying body, drawing you on average 5 cards per ETB, he may be one of the most strong, powerful commanders in the history of Magic. Burgeoning out.